Okay, this is a leftover vegetable dish. I have some cauliflower left over. It's got a little brown spots on it, but what you do with the brown spots on the top of the cauliflower is you, as you, excuse me, you cut it off. So I'll cut off the brown spots on the top of the cauliflower, and I'm left with pieces of cauliflower. I'm going to take the cauliflower and just break it up in little pieces here. Put that in the bottom of my pan, my pot, my Pyrex dish. And it's a little sketchy there. And okay. Cauliflower. Okay. Broccoli. The broccoli is in the back of the refrigerator. Be back because the refrigerator is out of whack. The broccoli froze. See, it's frozen, but it's perfectly fine. I'm going to cut the bottom off of it. It's frozen. Frozen. It's fine. Still use it. Cut the florets up on top of the cauliflower. Cauliflower on top of that. I mean, the top of the. So there's the broccoli, cauliflower. Now, mushrooms left from last week's grocery shopping. It was a week ago. So I'm going to cut up some of the mushrooms. Okay, I think one mushroom's okay. Now I got, I haven't used the yellow squash or the green squash this week. So I'm going to put some yellow squash, one yellow squash, and one green squash in there. The rest I'm going to have to use and do tomorrow. Get something else with that. Let me wash those up, okay? Cut the top off, cut the top off. Now these make water. So these will make enough water so it's I won't need a lot of and one yellow. Okay, yellow and green squash, tone out. How about a little onion? Okay, I haven't got much onion here. I'll just put a little bit of onion in there. Put more onion if you don't, or don't put onion in it. Okay, and I got a red pepper and a yellow pepper. Let me wash these off. Okay, cut them up. Okay, and we put the red pepper in. Just for color. Okay, and a little yellow pepper. Okay, here we go. Layered now. Let's see what else we got left. Okay, we got some kielbasa. Leftover kielbasa. I'm going to cut the end of that. Cut this into pieces. Now you don't have to put meat in this at all if you don't want it. If you want to quit right now and that's it, then don't put the meat in. If you want it meatless. But it's in the refrigerator, so it's kind of like game. Whatever's in the refrigerator is fair game for dinner. So I put the already cooked kielbasa. Not a lot. If you got kielbasa, if you got cooked up sausage, I was going to put pepperoni, but I'm not going to put pepperoni. That's enough there. I'll put the pepperoni back. You could use pepperoni if you want it, or cooked bacon, or any meat that's already cooked. Okay? Next, I'm going to put, wash the hands here. There we go. Cheeses, assorted cheeses. These are the assorted cheeses from Market Basket. Different kinds of cheeses. I don't know what kinds of cheese they are. You can use cheddar cheese. You can use any kind of cheese you want. Swiss cheese. Any kind. So these are assorted cheeses. Boy, they stink too this time. They got some stinky cheese this time. I got no American this time. This is all like sharp cheddars and whatever. So it's very good. So we'll put this in here on top of cheese. Cheese. Whole bunch of cheese here. Different kinds of cheeses. That looks like provolone. That looks like piva provolone. So we put the provolone in there. It smells like provolone. Yes, that's good provolone. And as much cheese as you'd like. Well, let's break that in half. Oh, that's stinky cheese. I don't know, it's stinky. Whew. It's not American. It's square, but it's not American. Well, I don't know what it is. Okay. Or you can use any other cheeses you want. You can use seriously sharp. You can use jalapeno cheddar. You can use any of these if you'd like. Whatever you want to use for cheeses. Okay. A little bit more cheese. I love cheese. Cheese is good on anything assorted. Looks like there's some Swiss in there. Yeah. Oh, look at the little ends here. Looks like, yep. Oh, that looks like a Swiss there too, maybe. Okay, some of this too. Like cheese, okay. That's about enough. That's all I want. Okay, so. And now on top of this, I'm going to take a can of Campbells cheddar cheese. I'm going to mix this with probably maybe a cup of, oh my, is that yellow? Wow. I've never used this before. My daughter Marjorie said to use this because she said it's excellent. So we're going to use this and see what happens. So we're going to put it in a bowl first. And we're going to put this in a bowl and mix it. This in a bowl. And put the oven on 350. And I'll probably cook this for a half hour, 350. Maybe a little more. Maybe we'll see what happens. 350, but until the vegetables are cooked. So let me put the oven on 350. Come back big. 350. Okay, 350. Now to this I'm going to add, let me get the milk cream out. Okay. Half and half, of course, my staple. And I'm going to pour in here probably 2/3 of that can. 2/3 up. You don't want it too mucky, but then you don't want it too dry. But you got a lot of mucky here, so putting it in a can first, you get all the stuff on the inside of the can, so you don't waste any stuff. Ooh, that is close to the top. Close to the top. Wow. Okay, that was not too smart. Should have had a bigger bowl, so I'll get a big bowl. Get a bigger bowl, put it in a bigger bowl. Okay, there we go, in a bigger bowl. Okay. There we go. And let me get my whisk, and blend this up. And of course, to this, I'm going to add my, of course, you know what I'm going to add. Jalapenos, of course. Okay, here we go. Jalapenos. This says hot sliced jalapenos. Well, I took the slices and I stuck them into my blender and I blended them up. So now I have a nice mush rather than chunks. Probably a tablespoon, a little bit more. I do like hot stuff. Okay. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Okay. Now I'm going to pour this over the top. I hope that's enough liquid. I'm gonna hope it's enough liquid. Yes. We'll see as it cooks. Pour it right over the top. Of course, the vegetables in there are going to make water. Okay. Oh gosh, yes, the squash is for sure. The yellow squash and the green squash, they have a lot of water in them, so they'll be fine. So there's that. And on top of that now, I'm going to add, this was left over from New Year's. I made that thing right there. So I'm going to put these on top. French onions. Only because they're in the refrigerator, and only because they're in the cupboard and I got to use them up. So there we go. I don't think I'll save that plastic container, but it's a nice plastic container. Nice and tight too. Okay, so there we go. I'm gonna bake it at 350 for, I think a half hour would be good. Bake it 350 a half hour. I'm gonna cover it. I'm gonna cover it. Oh, I'm gonna find the cover. What the heck? Oh, that cover come off of there. Oh my golly. Fight with this cover. Okay, find this cover instead. All right, there's another cover instead. There we go. All right. 350 for half hour. Well, it's been an hour at 350. And now it's just coming out of the oven. And it looks delightful. Absolutely delightful. Those onions on the top cooked up nicely. And everything is just a little al dente down there. Perfect, perfect. Oh my goodness, that's perfect. So 1 hour at 350. And I think I'm going to have a small amount of this right now. But it does look wonderful. There's the kielbasa on the top and the cheese, onions. So, there she is. Low carb casserole, vegetable casserole. With whatever meat you want, if you want meat.